dear.
Welcome back from the ad break. You are still watching Prime Life. Now, my next interview is with Ines Antonio, and we will be speaking about Burn Awareness Month and Burn Survivor. Now, she is an incredibly brave person because she's a survivor of a horrific attack that left her with third-degree burns and a journey to physical and emotional recovery. Now, she endured acid burns to 70% of her body after her former partner viciously assaulted her in a moment of domestic violence that changed her life forever. Now, Ines' story is of resilience, strength, and courage as she navigates the trauma of her experience and the ongoing pain and medical treatment that she had to face. Thank you so much, Ines, for joining us, and welcome to Prime Life.
And thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much. Now, please tell us about the recovery process for a burn survivor like yourself, and how have you been able to adapt to these challenges?
The recovery process is very, very, very painful, very hard. One has to be strong to go through it all. It's not easy. It has been very painful. Yeah. Depressing as well and stressful.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And have you been able to receive the emotional support that you need, and whether it be from friends, family, or counseling to help you cope with the trauma of your experience?
Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have. I have a very wonderful counselor called Marianne de Break. She is the one that offered a service pro bono from my church, Catholic church. And she helped me with a lot of emotional pain and all of that, to relearn to accept what happened to me, to relearn to accept me as Ines Antonio again, and give myself a chance to, want to live again and appreciate me as a person.
Thank you so much for sharing that. How have you dealt with the physical limitations that have resulted from your injuries, and such as difficulty in eating or sleeping?
Yeah, for me to sleep, when the time I got hurt, they had to inject morphine onto me, onto my drip, so it can allow me to sleep. I was not able to sleep as a normal sleeper. Like you fall asleep, you get sleepy and then you just fall asleep. I had to be medicated. I had to be, I think it's sedated. They inject you, so I could be able to sleep at night, because at the one time I wasn't able to even close my eyes because some of the acid got into my eyes. So they had to close my eyes with the sellotape, so in order for me to sleep. It wasn't an easy process at all. Looking back, I don't wish that on anybody.
It's definitely a story that's very emotional, and I think it's also, it's a life-changing thing that has happened to you. Speaking of, the life-changing effects that has happened, due to resulting to what has happened to you, how have you tried to adjust your life to accommodate, things like your sun sensitivity or mobility?
Most of the times I had to go for exercise at the hospital. Dr. Gabriel Dukas had lots of surgery done on me pro bono, and many of them, of course, got paid and sponsored by the Skin Foundation, and many wonderful private people as well that donated towards my surgery. And so therefore, it gave me the chance to go for physiotherapy, and this is what helped me to be mobile, plus a lot of surgeries to ease the skin on my here in my underarms and arms as well. And most of the times I was in a wheelchair as well, but through exercises, this is what helped me to be mobile. The sun, I was most of the times indoors, couldn't really go out much because it was burning my skin that was really burnt by acid. So I had to stay indoors for a while until later on I got used to go back outside.
And in terms of, because just before we actually spoke to you, we were speaking about the challenges of actually, navigating life as someone that has a third degree burn, and it's almost like you having to introduce yourself to the world. And there is so much or so many stigmas around, burns or discriminations. Have you experienced any stigmas and discriminations? And if yes, how did you manage to overcome them?
Oh yeah, discrimination every single day. I experience discrimination. People looking at me with disgust, like, ew, she's so disgusting. Some people looking at me with this like shocked, and some of them are like, what did you do? Like, I don't have to do anything to actually make the abuser to burn me. I don't have to do anything. The only thing I have to do is reject being his punching bag, and this is why I got burned. And the way the people, the society, the community is very, it's not so kind towards people that have been going through a lot. Instead of them trying to put themselves in your shoes or trying to understand, instead they point fingers at you. Some of them they mock you, some of them they laugh at you, some of them they feel disgusted by you. So you get different reactions, and it's up to you to how to handle that. So when I receive that, I look at it as if, as like, okay, they don't know what I've been through. Obviously, they've never put themselves in my shoes. So let me not argue or even fight or not even pay attention to that. I just go on about my day, because at the end of the day, people are people, and we were all raised in different households. And the most shocking thing I've ever had is that the discrimination actually comes from the black people, like me, not white people. Most white people don't look at me with disgust. They don't treat me badly. Even a white child might be standing, they quickly come and touch my scars. But black people, they quickly. The one time I had a girl with her mother at what is this? It's the Glen Shopping Center. This girl looked at me and she was like, ew, and the mom just looked at me up and down with such an attitude. I didn't do anything. I was like, oh my God. And then I just went on about my day. It's so crazy how the community treats people with scars or with different problems that they can see, like they can see on the outside. I feel like our community, especially the black community, we can do better. I think they're the most ones with the problems. That's the ones that are face more, like it's their part of discrimination.
I'm so sorry about that experience. And now, your journey as a survivor of both domestic violence and severe burns is one of incredible strength and resilience. What message would you like to share with others that have experienced a similar trauma?
Oh, you have to have a lot of strength. You have to believe in yourself. You will come out of this. It's not your whole story. It's just part of your story. It's something that happened to you. And give yourself many chances to understand you if somebody didn't. And love yourself enough. And give yourself a chance to survive and to be alive. And there's so many things. You can't just end your life because of something that happened to you. Obviously, we all go through something. And it's up to us to be strong and pull ourselves there. At the end of the day, you will have you to fight this whole trauma, everything, the whole ordeal that you're going through. So I suggest you have enough strength and courage and go out there and face the world. No hiding, and everything should come to pass.
I mean, thank you so much for sharing that with us. And just before I let you go, I think the only thing that's curious, that lingers in my mind throughout this whole conversation is the moment where everything happened, or the moment you realized that your life had changed forever. Please take us through that moment.
Yeah, I was a seven, no. So nearly said my daughter's birthday. Oh my God. Okay, so it was on I think it was on the 2nd of November 2014. I just came back from a friend's house, and I was on and then I decided to take my daughter for a walk. At the time, she was 4 years old, my little Ariel. So we were going for a walk because we had plans. I wanted to go to the shop to get some things that I needed, and she wanted like something from KFC. And so we took a walk, and this individual came out of nowhere, forced me to get into the car. Says, get into the car. I was like, why? What do you want from me? And then he was like, are you taking me back into your life, you bitch? I said, no, I'm not taking you back into my life. And especially when you speak like that. Me and you are broken up long time for a while now. And I think both of us, we did have an agreement and we should go our separate ways. No, for him was like, no, I still want you back. You're destroying my family. I'm like, I'm not your family, okay? You are not a good person. You don't even want to work through what you're going through inside you, that you are discharging your whole problems on me. I'm not even doing anything wrong. Whatever I do for you, it's just wrong. I think it's about time that we have to go our separate ways. So he grabs my daughter. He throws her into his car. He grabs her by her head. She has so much curly hair. Grabs her by her head, threw her into his car. And when I tried to reach the little girl, this is when he quickly rushed into the boot of his car. He got a big bottle of acid, a tin. It's a tin of acid. He threw it at me. He screamed like, you bitch. And he threw it at me. This is when I was like, and then instantly after a few seconds, I started burning and I started screaming. I didn't know what this was. So it was the first time I actually have seen acid, actually felt it, and because it was thrown onto me, I've never seen acid live like that with anyone or in any other store before. But I started burning instantly. I started screaming, and my neighbors came out running, and my daughter tried to get to my daughter, and luckily the little girl was so clever. She helped me to open the car door and got herself out, and we started running, and then she ran, started crying because he chased her, and he punched her on the head, he punched her on the neck, he kicked her and the little girl fell onto the pavement, and he was trying actually to go and kill her. And the little girl got there was a stranger coming around, and he started screaming, let the little girl go, leave the girl alone, leave the little girl alone. This is when he let go of my daughter, and she ran into the house where she found my landlady with her 2 children. My landlady, she came out running with her 2 children to save us. This is when I was just screaming like, Jan burnt me. His name is Jan, the ex-boyfriend. I started screaming, Jan burnt me, save me. This is when I passed out and I woke up in the hospital. And who told the police that he's the one who burnt me? My daughter. She managed to explain to the police what happened to me that night and where we were coming from. When I started speaking after 2 weeks, this is when I also told the police what happened to me as well. And how did I realize that my whole life is changed? Is I didn't see the damages that were done to me. It's when I was I woke up from the coma, and then I went into this room where they were supposed to be washing me, because once I was into the coma and I was blind as well, my whole body was not under my control anymore. I had blood all over, my skin was just burning, and every time I wake up after a few days, I had to scream, and they couldn't do anything with me. They just left me there burning, and I just screaming the whole time. And this, after I got up from there 2 weeks, they actually wheelchaired me to the bathroom because they wanted to at least put some soap onto my wounds because it was smelling so much. And this is when I asked the lady if she could take a picture of me. And she took a picture from the back and she took a picture from the front. And she didn't show it to me. They kept my phone with them. And then I think after 2 months, they took me back to washroom. They ended up, the nurses ended up opening, I think they had some patient they were washing, and then I think they forgot to cover the mirror. And there was a mirror in the bathroom. This is when I looked at me. First of all, I was being wheelchaired to the bathroom. And when I got there, they had to help me stand. This is when I looked at what was in front of me. It was a mirror. And I looked at it and I said, who is that? I started screaming. I was terrified. Felt like I saw a zombie in the mirror. And I started screaming. And I said, who is that? And they were like, cover the mirror, cover the mirror. They had to cover the mirror quickly, and they got me out of there to a different bathroom where there was just a bath. And yeah. And this is when I saw that, oh my God, was that me? Who was that? What happened to me? my whole breast, so my left breast, the nipple wasn't there anymore. I see my whole skin. I see even some veins, and oh, it was terrifying because I was naked in the mirror. You know, they were supposed to be washing me. This is when I saw that he really destroyed me. He wanted to destroy me. This person really, really hated me. He just hated me so much. Just the fact that I don't want to be with an abuser anymore. And they don't accept that they are abusing a person. And that if they have the will to change, they should have done it instead of burning somebody who was running away from you. You're scaring me. And yeah, this is when I realized it destroyed my whole life. But to come out of it, this is where I fell into depression, suicidal modes, and all of that, you name it. I did not want to live anymore. The counseling, the surgeries, and the help of everyone that came through, helping me with finances to pay for my surgeries. You know, Discam Foundation, Pamela, Penny Stain, and everyone, they just, oh my gosh, Gita Desivedro, everybody, Agnes and Ida and Anna Redeploy, everyone just came to my aid. If I didn't name you, I'm so sorry, but everybody, my plastic surgeon Gabriel Dukas, Netcare Foundation, that's what gave me the courage to want to live again, is because through the surgeries I could see a change here, I could see a change there, and through the counseling, my counselor Marianne de Break, when she actually said to me, this one part actually stick to me. She said to me, but you haven't, your heart, okay, the outside of you has changed, but your heart hasn't changed. You are still Inesh, aren't you? I said, yes. I started smiling. And then she said, yeah, there you are, you're still Inesh. So you have to do what Inesh always wanted to do. I said, yeah, I wanted to be so many things. And she was like, yeah, you can do this, you got this. You don't have to be like him. You gotta be who you are. At the end of the day, the inside of you didn't change, but the outside of you, what is changed. What mattered is not the outside. Of course, I was very aware of my beauty. I was beautiful. I loved me. And I was a model as well for a little bit in my past life. And yeah, so many wonderful dreams that I had, and they destroyed all of that. By destroying my identity, the outside of me, what identified me as Ines. But Marianne de Break, my counselor, and when she told me that you're still Ines, that made put a smile on my face, that I'm still me, not just the outside of me, but the inside, I'm still me. And yeah, that's what gave me the courage to want to survive again, want to live again. Also my daughter, and I knew that if every time I slept, I closed my eyes, I dreamt of my daughter crying and wanting even though she was with a very wonderful person, Agnes Kamanja, this wonderful lady, she looked after my daughter for me. And my landlady as well, she took care of my daughter as well. And she was around wonderful people, but obviously she also needed me. She kept asking about me, and this is what gave me the courage, like, no, let me go. Let me go and fight. Let me just live again, because I still have a long way to go. This shouldn't be the end of me. Let me go and fight again, and let me relearn to love me and like me again, the way I used to be before, you know. So yeah. And how did I manage to save, to actually protect me from the outside world, with all this negative feedback, negative people, is by not actually taking into consideration what they say. At the end of the day, I live for me. I pay my own bills, and I do everything to save me and my daughter. And yes, I do have help here and there, which is a wonderful thing. But and then at the end of the day, I don't breathe anybody's air. I'm breathing my own air that God put in my lungs, and I have to survive. Because I still have a long way to go, and I refuse to be defeated in this way. I need to end, I still need to see my ending, maybe something different, you never know. So I'm not going to be, let anybody actually cut my life short, or me believing other people's input and cut me short. I'll relearn to love me again, and I stand brave and tall, and yeah, I don't let anybody get me down. And I don't really even argue with the people, the negative comment either. Because I do get people saying, you're burnt, you're so ugly. And some people feeling like, ew, you're so disgusting. And some people, like, nobody will want you because you're. And these are women.
Mm. I mean,
These are women.
that's
Can you
very
believe?
that's very unfortunate. You know
Yeah.
that you find women also behaving in this way. But Ines, this has been such a wonderful, wonderful interview. I mean, hearing your story, what you have went through, and just seeing you smile, through it all, and see that you actually are a survivor. And I mean, there's so many people that are watching right now, and I know that you have given them courage, just like how you have given me courage, to move on and continue whatever life throws at you. So thank you so much. I wish we had more time, but unfortunately we have run out of time. But thank you so much for joining us and just sharing your story and your journey with us.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Viewers at home, without wasting any time, we will go to a quick ad break. We'll see you right after this.